Hi, Robert. How are you?
I'm doing well. So what we're here to ask you a couple questions about how you found FasterEFT, and just kind of tell us your life before FasterEFT and how did you become right here in Abilitat?
Well, I got divorced 7 years ago, and I have 6 kids, and I realized that I need to heal myself from all the things I went through my divorce and my married life. And first I went to regular therapy, but that was really expensive, so I decided to look for self-help. And at first I saw EFT, and then I happened to find these videos on FasterEFT. So I started looking at them, and they actually looked rather cool, and I tried using a few of them, tapping along with them, and it actually gave me some help. So I thought, why don't I try looking into this? And then when I looked onto the site, the FasterEFT site, I saw that you can even do a home course study, which means that I'd be able to do it at home at my own pace, without any pressure, without having to make any times with a teacher. So I decided to try it. And everyone thought that I was totally crazy for doing it. I didn't have that $1,500 to spend on something like that, but something inside of me just said, go ahead and do it. You saw that it works, just do it. So I ordered it, and then I started using it, started learning it, started studying it. I did the first 3 levels, I think within 2 months. I studied the videos, sent in my papers that I had to write up, took the test, got the level 1, did the same thing for level 2, and the same thing for level 3. And it was actually quite amazing because I did pay $1,500 for it, and no one believed I'd ever make money from it. My mom and dad laughed at it, and they said no one's going to ever pay her to tap on them. But after I finished my level 3, I put up some notice about doing free sessions, and one of my first clients asked me if I would do him, and I said yes. And at the end of the session, he said, so how much do you charge? And I was totally unprepared for that. I never charged money for something like that before. I said, I don't know. So he says, okay, I'll pay you $50. And he just sent it straight to me. And I was so excited, I called up my parents and I said, they just paid me $50 to tap on them. And they looked and they said, they paid you $50? Get some more clients, get some more clients. And from there on end, I continued tapping. And now I'm a level 4 tapper.
Yeah.
And I went to the next step, and I'm now in Abilitat.
So here it is. You're actually making money doing this at home.
I absolutely am, and it's great because I really needed, with 6 kids, a job that I could work at home at. I was teaching English lessons beforehand, but English lessons I still had to leave the house, and it was usually in the afternoon when my kids were at home. And now I have the possibility of working in the morning time and working in the late evening times after they go to sleep, earning more money than I was doing the English lessons and being able to spend time with my kids in the afternoon, which was amazing.
So you actually use it on yourself? You use it with your kids?
I use it on myself all the time. I use it on those of my kids who agree to let me tap on them, which is my youngest son, who's now 9, sometimes my 12-year-old son. But for my other children, I've also done a lot of surrogate tapping and found that they got, I don't know if they saw it, but I saw the differences after I've done the tapping.
So what is it about FasterEFT you like?
It gave me a much stronger understanding of how I hold things inside of me. And that, along with other things like law of attraction, helped me understand that all the things that were in my life, I basically drew to myself, attracted to myself, and they came there to heal me. And with the help of the FasterEFT, I was able to find what the gift was that I got from those experiences, and how to change what I hold inside of me so that I can change what I'm getting in my real life. Right. The big appeal to me is that something that I can do on myself anytime that I need to, and it's absolutely free for me. I don't have to pay anybody any money.
Very good.
And anyone who's gone through real therapy, talk therapy, knows how expensive it can be and how long it can take.
Now, of course, being here in Abilitat was not what you call a very easy thing for you to do.
No, it was.
You got 6 children.
I basically, and this people thought I was crazy also, not quite as crazy after they saw the money that I was earning through FasterEFT, but I had to bring 5 of my children. My 6th one is in the Army, so he couldn't come. 5 of my children to the States to stay with my parents, and then I flew off to Hawaii. So in total, it cost a heck of a lot of money. But at the same time, the amount of value that I'm getting from it, the amount of value in how I'm improving my skills, so that when I come back to my life in Israel, I can then help people all the more and make it much more effective. It was definitely worthwhile doing.
Now, you had some really highlights, some people you worked with that really touched you. Can you share one of the stories?
Well, there was one guy who was a new person over here. He'd only been here for 3 weeks, And he basically had this one memory or group of memories that was driving his whole life. And he didn't want to tell me anything. At first he just said, I'm going to give you a no content memory, which means he just gives me a label without telling me what the memory is about. And so I said, fine, and we tapped on it. And his first reaction was, wait a second, what did you do over there? This is really weird. How'd you do it? And then I said, okay, let's go to the next no content memory. And he said, all right, I feel it strongly. No, wait just a moment. I don't feel it. How did that happen? How did I not feel it anymore? And then he already realized how well it worked. He went on, he gave me the next memory as well, which was the real memory. That was the driving force. And he was so happy afterwards that he managed to get rid of it. He was like, why didn't I ever find this beforehand? I don't understand. Why don't you go to Walmart and let everyone know about it? And the difference in him before the session, where he was just sitting over there very stiff and answering yes, no answers, to after the session where he couldn't stop talking. He's saying, I don't understand how I'm not shy. I'm usually so shy, but now I'm talking. I can talk everything. It was just amazing, amazing difference.
And he asked so many questions. He's asking question after question, and before he was just like very shy.
Yes.
He was really shocked.
Yes, he was, definitely. He didn't think something like that could actually be true.
Yeah.
And then he experienced it, and he was so excited. I gave him that little card that Robert gives out, which has the tapping points and how you tap on your own, and I practiced with him, and he was so excited. He was going to go out and show everyone it and tap with them. It was amazing to see the difference in him.
Yeah. And so, being here, what did you really learn? Seriously, what did you learn?
I would say the biggest thing that I learned is how to really find the driver behind what people are doing and how they're doing it. I think that if before I did do a good job, not that I didn't do a good job, but it wasn't as direct to the point.
Yeah. So if you were to talk to someone out there who's like you, maybe who needs help, or maybe have 6 children and they need another income, what would you tell them?
I would definitely tell them that it's worthwhile looking into this. The fact that I can work at home and be with my kids, not have to have babysitters, and if there's an emergency, I'm there for them, and still earn the amount of money that I'm earning is just unbelievable. I work half the hours as I did teaching and earn double the money.
Yeah, it is interesting too that we have Skype, we have phone,
Right.
and of course with the part of the training as a practitioner, one of the requirements is you practice with other practitioners so that you can fine-tune your skills and get personal help as well.
Right. The other big benefit that I find is that whenever I have a problem, little problems I deal with on my own on the spot. But whenever I have a big problem, I have a network of other tappers who are on my level, and we do it for each other. We just call up and we work on each other and help each other, and it's free, and I feel good helping them. They feel good helping me, and that's amazing in my opinion.
So again, what do you think about FasterEFT and the FasterEFT system?
I think it's an amazing system. I think it's definitely worthwhile learning the system for both you, for your families, for your friends. It can only help. It doesn't cost anything once you know it, and you can help so many people that way.
Yeah. And Habilitat. What about Habilitat?
Habilitat is an amazing place. They have an amazing belief system. They have a very good record in terms of their success. I think they really teach people how to be accountable for themselves. They totally take away their old belief system and put in a totally new belief system and give the people a feeling of dignity, a feeling of pride, so that when they go out into the real world, they can be productive citizens. And I think that the FasterEFT only complements that and helps get rid of all the stuff that's keeping them from learning this new belief system that they're being taught over here.
All right, very good. Any last words about anything?
I would just say that if you have an addiction problem, Habilitat would probably be the place to go. And if any other problem, turn to FasterEFT.
Very awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
More love in this world than there has ever been before. We gotta let go, let the love flow. There's more love in this world than there has ever been before. We gotta let go, let the love flow. let the love flow.